recording now.
Because I'm never claiming to be a superstar.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy teaching. Fine, if you don't, well, I don't care about that either.
That's recording. Yep, good. And this is pretty good wide angle lens.
Can you see? Just put that in the background and I'll know to stay in front of the master.
I see all the way to the wall there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm real happy. It's
Can
got
you see me over here?
right there up to there.
Okay.
So actually, let me move it over just to here.
Yeah, so that this is kind of centered.
Yeah. This should be.
Then I don't have to worry about my footsteps and stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to be rich to get these cheapies do awesome.
Okay. So, I'm standing here. I'm just passing a fist. Then we are always concerned about keeping the head covered because you can't toughen the head. You can toughen about anything else, you can't toughen the head. So you've got to guard the head. That's why we keep the hand here as we do the ball slap. Okay? Then we're coming up. Ask the question of the form, where am I open? Well, this side of my head's open. So I've got to cover it. And I cover it with a grab and a strike to the face. Again, notice I keep my elbows attached to my rib cage. Strike. I step down, grab, waist chop to throw. Now this should be like a stomp down and press to throw.
Like your right foot squashing a cigarette butt to grind it
Yeah,
out?
okay. Now, again, where am I open? Well, this side of my head or my back. So this hand sweeps to cover, and this comes up. Now this looks like an uppercut. That's what 7-Star teaches it. It's not. It's a hair grab.
Back of the head?
It's a hair grab. Then you pull the guy down, and you strike him in the jaw. Remember the form Zai-Kwei?
Yes.
It's named after this movement, Zai-Kwei, taking the helmet. The idea is to grab and strike to break the neck.
So I grab this guy,
or
pull
to
him
throw
down,
the guy.
Boom.
Boom, yes.
And do you hit like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Across, okay? Now, again, where am I open? This side of my head. So I pass a strike away from me with both hands, and I call this the prow of the boat, but in Chinese it's the helping elbow. So I'm knocking the guy aside. And you'll notice if you do this properly, you have a diamond configuration.
Are you just shoving me? You shove it in me?
Bam!
Yeah, okay, that's what I was right.
Yeah. The Chinese have a real hard-on for knocking people down and knocking people away.
Those throws are called projections or push-aways and cow die or knockdowns.
Right.
And it messed with me because I pictured a throw as you flipping me.
Right.
I was like, that's not a throw. And then it was explained to me. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
different categories.
Right. So, we're here. Okay? Now from here, bang, here, this is a grab and an eye gouge. It's a jowl.
Okay.
It's a provoke.
Okay.
Okay, I provoke a response from you. Here, then I'm going to step and toss you over my thigh. Most people think of this as tossing the person like this.
No, I want
it's
that.
not.
You want
the
deep.
intimate
you
contact,
want that deep.
right? So that I flip.
Now, without
if you
flipping
do this
me,
properly,
without flipping
you
me,
should flip the person right over the thigh.
Stick me in position without chucking me on my head. Where am I?
Okay. So I was here. I got this hand, or here. I guess we're going this way.
Okay.
I got this hand. Okay. I go at your eyes. You bring your hand up to cover that, but that was to provoke you into doing what I want you to do. I step here, and right there you go over the thigh.
Yeah.
Because I jerk back to my rear corner while I'm striking you, and rather than in the form it looks like we strike this way. We're really bringing you back here, so that your legs pop up in the air and you crash hard.
That's the fulcrum in here.
Right, so you want to be intimate contact there. So you're here. Again, ask the form, where am I open? This side of the head again. So I have to step up and block, strike into the throat, strike down to the groin, pop, and here's one of the problems with 7-star. Because they're so mechanical, they hold their arms out until they replace it with the next strike.
Okay.
It should be pop.
Yeah.
I've taken out your eye socket. Bung is these two knuckles being laid downward into the eye socket to break the orbit that holds the eye in place.
Okay.
That's the meaning of that technique. It's bung means to collapse.
And you collapse the
And
orbital.
you're collapsing downwards. Or some people translate it as an avalanche. Mount Tai falling on the head.
Yeah, yeah.
It describes an avalanche.
Yeah.
So this is one of the rocks from the avalanche coming downward into the eye socket to break the orbit.
Okay, yeah, I always had issues with us leaving our fists out. I thought, I don't understand how to generate power
Right.
like that.
Now, another reason why they do is because you want to think like this. When I strike, as I bring this back, that automatically comes up.
The door set.
So they slow down the movement to make up for the fact that you have to shift your weight, bring your leg up, and kick. So if they want to time that right, they have to slow this down, rather than actually pop, boom. And notice how I do the kick. I'm not doing a roundhouse kick.
Right. It's more
What I
like,
do is I strike
it's more like
and
a
I
sabat.
lift.
It's a sabat kick.
I just lift
Yeah.
into the groin.
Sabat foot fighting has kicks like that.
Okay. So that's what you want, is you want to pop up and then cross. And that prepares you to deal with the guy that's behind you.
And this is that horse whip.
Horse whip, right. Here, up, and as I always tell my students, this is not arm power. This is the body.
Waist.
Use the body, the turning of the hips and the shoulders to get that power. Then you're coming down with that same power.
Is this
And
the
this
same
is
thing?
to the knee.
Are you pressing? Which leg? do I
We're
have to
fighting,
do?
okay? So, I do my horse whip to your head, you duck. Bam!
Oh, so you're just collapsing
You
me?
collapse, or to the front. If
Okay.
you were turned the other way,
Other leg
okay,
forward?
yeah,
Okay.
I would be trying to first of all break this arm. Wham! Wham!
Okay.
But if you're facing the other direction, okay, and I'm not doing this movement first, or I do this movement, you escape it, I come with the head, boom, to the inner or to the groin.
That,
But
I've
this,
seen this takedown before.
that is much easier to do than the
Yeah,
groin.
yeah.
And notice,
I've seen this as a takedown that you just press.
right, but the mantis way is to do it like this. Here, our mantis should always, proper combat distance means my lead foot is between your feet. We don't hit from out here.
Okay.
That's improper mantis.
I didn't know that.
You were probably never told. This is how it's supposed to be. My foot should be between your feet or like this. Okay. Now what's happened, I've got you trapped here. So when I strike, I'm not only trying to shatter your knee, but I'm definitely going to throw you because I've got you locked up. Just like in wrestling, this type of deal. But I'm using my foot to do it instead of devoting two hands to one weapon, which is always ignorant.
Yeah, 2-on-1 means hit.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to look at it.
Not that there's never a time, but generally that.
So you're here, you pop it up here, you come down here, then you're going to drive in. you step forward with that insert strike.
Okay, insertion fist.
Bam.
And you're just parrying this out of the way?
Well, this is if you step out of the way,
It's just following.
I chase you.
Okay.
Mantis is always chasing.
And do you also, when you punch me, do I go over your foot? Does it hook me?
No.
Oh, it's just
Not
a punch.
necessarily. I always want to hook you. It doesn't mean it's going to throw you, because if I wanted to throw you, I would hook you and knock you from this angle.
Okay.
This is an insert strike,
Okay.
which is different. So, but Mantis has a principle. When we engage, okay, come here. When we engage, I choose my combat distance, which should be here. Again, with my foot between your feet. That's why in Mantis we have a lot of these techniques where we're reaching for you to bait you and to make contact. Okay? So that we have the upper body control by controlling your arm while we step in. Now, once we achieve combat distance, I tell my students to pretend there's a string between my breastbone and your breastbone. I've measured the distance. I never let you escape that distance. If you move back, I come forward to keep that same distance. If you pursue, I may let you come in, but it's going to be with the idea of getting intimate with you, so I can use those short striking techniques from 8 elbows.
This is the secret sauce.
And if we're here, if you turn on me, if you move around, if you're a smart fighter, rather than moving back and forth, you're moving in a circle around the person. Okay, I still maintain that combat distance. And I press you, because I want to move in intimately on you. All these long Mantis strikes have one thing in mind, to get in
Forward
here.
pressure. Yeah.
Because if I'm close enough to kiss you, I'm close enough to kill you. That's one of my favorite sayings. I learned it in jiu-jitsu years ago.
Okay.
Close enough to kiss you, close enough to kill you.
Yep.
So that's very important. High-level Mantis theory is those principles of attach. Okay? Attach. That is one of the 12 keyword theories. Right.
Cool.
Okay. Like to hook,
connect,
on,
hook,
right.
attach.
I'm going to connect, and then I move in so I can cow to throw, or to just beat the hell out of you from in close.
Yeah.
If I were doing it Badzu style,
Ooh.
that kind of shit would be happening.
Okay.
Kneeing and the coiling elbow to the breastbone or to the face. Generally to the breastbone. Reason being, if I attack your face, what have I done? I've just opened up my whole side and my armpit. Okay. If I strike here lower,
Closed off.
I have more protection. Not completely closed, but more protection. Okay? So, the first part of the move, and we're only going to do, I only want to concentrate and perfect the first line tonight.
Okay.
We can do part of the second line, but I've not practiced this for Mei Hua Lu, I've not taught it for a couple of years.
Okay.
So it's not fresh to me at all.
Okay.
The only thing fresh to me right now I can fight with the principles of every form I teach.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I can do the form.
Yeah.
If you ask me to do Luan Ji right now, I could do maybe the first 4 moves and I won't remember.
Right.
You know, with that age and everything, yeah, it's gone. If I were to try to do the Jayao series, I could do most of Jayao 1. But if you ask me to do 4, no. Okay. 6 I could do, because that's my favorite one. Okay. But yeah, so I'm not fresh on Mei Hua Lu is what I'm trying to say. So here, and again, this is just passing. This is just a slap out of the way to get to this. And you don't have to do any Mantis hands in fighting.
Sure.
In fact, most probably at the beginning there was, I've been told by several people, this didn't even exist in Mantis.
Okay.
Till Wushu kind of brought in the idea of imitative animal boxing.
Or I think it was just this.
There's a
And
lot
this,
of different
this came
theories.
later.
There's a lot of different theories of how it was it could have been like this or like this. Yeah, there's a lot of theories, but since there's nothing written down, it's theory. And we never swear by theory around here. So here is just the pass. Strike to the groin, capture because this is where we're open, strike, step, and throw. And this should be a nice bam power on this. Then again we're open here, so we cover, come up, grab the hair, snap the neck is the theory. Pass the hands, how family likes to do it like this, and then bam! And this should be a good technique, kind of like that type of power.
Yeah, yeah.
Boom!
Just shoving.
Right. Shudder. Shudder, like you're trying to knock a house down with it. Then, strike, strike, chop. Boom. Which is, we're fighting, bam! You're automatically, if you have any skills at all, you're going to raise that hand. I'm actually trying to break the eye socket.
Okay.
But I also know that it's likely you're going to block it. So the next move slides right past, intimately close to the arm to get the eye. Now, if you're not a martial artist, you're probably standing more forward like this.
Okay.
Because we martial artists fight like this.
I like the blade.
And it's sad because martial artists practice techniques against other martial artists, not your normal person.
Right.
Two-man forms are a complete joke.
Yeah.
Now, they're good for drilling your techniques, but they have no practical reality against a street fight.
I've never seen any I liked. I've seen the two-person sets, the Li Pi and Shaofanzo. When I watched them, when I watched what the other person was sticking in for the practitioner, I was like, that's.
Well, yeah, because that's how you have to practice a two-man set.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
there's almost no practical value for
I
fighting.
suspect that the other side was made up later just to have that, or just to give to a kid or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Well, what's martial arts all about?
Protecting yourself and hurting the other person.
No, it's about money.
Oh,
martial arts is like every other pursuit in life. It's about money.
Yeah.
Master, or as Master Yang says, it's about your rice bowl.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that's his attitude, that's why he teaches martial arts, but he's kind of giving me a little insight into a martial arts teacher lives by his students.
Right.
And when I get too old to teach, I always want to hold something back.
He told Dave that.
My
Dave
students, you always want to hold something back so that when you get old, your students are still around to feed you.
Yeah.
And your family.
I'd make a shitty teacher because I give everybody anything I know.
That's how I am too.
Yeah. But
because
that's very
I'm
good.
a professional and martial arts has never had to be my rice bowl.
You have a firearm too.
Right.
Yeah, which kind of negates all my
But
concern.
still,
Yeah.
you know, it's just martial arts. I've never viewed it as my way to make a living.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't enjoy it. If I teach too many nights a week, I don't enjoy it. That's why I don't take more than 5 students at a time. Because I'd rather do this one-on-one. That's my favorite way to teach.
Yeah.
So,
I don't
anyways,
learn well in the class.
so we come here, I threaten here, and then when you block it, that's when we come in. Close enough to kiss, close enough to kill. Notice you can't escape because I've got your arms twisted here.
Seized.
Feel what I'm doing over here?
You got it trapped with your elbow.
Let's turn around for the camera. I've got your arm pinned against my body as I toss you over my thigh.
Yeah.
This hand is going to be pulled.
I can fall safe from
Okay. This hand is going to be pulled back to this corner because I want your upper body. No, it is like that. I want your upper body to go